Hello sunshine seekers, how are you today? My name's Nikima and we are Spainhomes. Today I'm in the beautiful, peaceful, gorgeous area of La Manga del Mar Menor. This town is located in the region of Murcia on the Costa Calida. It is a peace lovers beach paradise, a place that is actually quite narrow in terms of its geographical design, really, in the sense that you have a narrow strip of land that is between 100 meters and 1,200 meters in width and 22 kilometers long of beautiful coastline here on the Costa Calida. It has become, since the 1960s, a place for many tourists and expatriates to enjoy throughout the year, as it gives wonderful warm climate, beautiful biodiversity, marine life, and wonderful coves and beaches to explore all the while. How we like it is the fact that it also is fantastic as a place for, if you're wanting to purchase property for a really good price. Still have the same Mediterranean Sea, but not just that, you also have the Little Sea too. And so I'm going to kick it off and start the tour and allow you to get to know this beautiful area. So let's go, shall we? Welcome to the most beautiful, stunning location here in La Manga del Menor, which is also known as Cabo de los Palos. This particular area, overlooking where we are now in the port, with all these beautiful boats that are currently moored, is a wonderful hotspot if you are a water enthusiast. It has historical references that go back to ancient times. It's known for its array of beautiful coves that go along Cabo de Palos, which are just renowned as being perfect places for crystal clear waters and also for snorkeling. Some of those coves include Cove de la Botella, Cove Flores, Cove Aveyan, just to say a few. The shoreline along here is incredible and immense, with the amount of beaches and coves that can be discovered and even undiscovered. What's nice is this beautiful and very distinct little fishing town has evolved over the years to become quite a touristic hotspot. And as you explore, you will find along the port and its nautical club, you will also see restaurants, cafes and bars to while away this beautiful pace of life. This is the lighthouse here in Cabo de Palos. This lighthouse was demolished quite some time ago, but then was rebuilt and put together first in 1862. As you can see, it is quite an impressive building with a base of 20 meters squared and 14 meters high, as well as an actual tower of 51 meters high. You can see it for miles around, this beautiful piece of architecture. What's wonderful about it is that back in 1862, 3 years later is when they decided to actually start it working. Its light can be seen by approximately 42 kilometers away, and just in 1 year alone, it has lighted the way for many a boat, up to 50,000 to be exact, just in 2024 to now. And so it's quite impressive, really, that an architectural piece of history remains here, but still serves a great purpose for those that navigate by sea at night today. Cabo de Palos, in Latin palos, refers to lagoon. And what you will find exploring this beautiful area is that you will experience not just coves and lagoons, shall I say, but beaches. A lot of these beaches are pretty much unfrequented by people, especially in those cooler months of the year. And when I say cooler, right now we're in October and it's not so cool. But what's amazing actually is what you find in this region is the areas of Cabo de Palos along with the Hormiga Islands make an important and very beautiful marina reserve with crystal clear waters, as you can see, that you can just see straight through, and uninterrupted beaches that you can enjoy all through the year, where you feel like you are almost on a beach to yourself. It spans across quite a few kilometres, and it gives you an array of wonderful places to enjoy outdoor Mediterranean life and the sea. One picturesque and noteworthy landmark that you do have to come and have a look at is El Puente de las Risas, also known as the Laughing Bridge. We're not actually 100% sure if this was the original name of this bridge, but it was erected first in 1978, and the person that built it was inspired by the Venetian bridges that they would see right across the beautiful city of Venice. So they decided to plant one here to be reminiscent of what they like in terms of style. But what's interesting about this bridge is it's at, well, one of the ends of La Manga del Mar Menor. So you actually get to see from where the narrow channels are, allowing the water from the Mediterranean Sea to enter the Mar Menor itself, which is quite beautiful and quite interesting. What you also find is that this area is really quiet and peaceful, with beautiful first-line houses. And looking at all these cars going over the bridge getting the belly flip, who doesn't want to try this beach anytime soon? This is Playa de las Gaviotas, one of the many beautiful beaches that you can appreciate and enjoy here in La Manga. After all, it is overlooking the Mediterranean Sea and Mar Menor, which is also Little Sea. You will find that these beautiful beaches have been somewhat completely undisturbed, with crystal clear waters and beautiful fine sand. I mean, look at it behind me, everybody. Can you see anybody? Not really, but there are so many to explore. After all, remember, 22 kilometres of coastline to enjoy. So pick your cove or pick your beach, put your deck chair, get your feet up and have a cocktail by that chiringuito. Let's go. So we showed you Playa Las Gaviotas, which was on the Mediterranean seaside, giving you an example of what one of the beaches on that side would look like. Here we are on the Mar Menor side, or Little Sea side, and on this side you get to appreciate a whole other wealth of beaches. Obviously you can see that the tourists and the residents that come to this area can appreciate and enjoy the best of both worlds. But what I actually love is how peaceful it is, because the shoreline is so spread out and you have so many to choose from. And what I find particularly distinctive is the first line properties that you see as you're walking along the coastline here in La Manga. And so as I'm coming along this stretch as well, just like many of the beaches, you will find that there are some really pretty cafes, restaurants and bars to while away your time. This one in particular, just overlooking Mar Menor, is a restaurant that is obviously very popular with the locals as well as the internationals. This is an example of one of the many beautiful restaurants that you can enjoy along the coastline, overlooking the sea or the Little Sea here in La Manga. What you will find is there are plenty of international cuisine restaurants, but what is even more interesting is Murcian cuisine. I'm going to tell you about a dish that everyone has to try when they come to visit, which is called El Caldero. This particular dish is known as being a Murcian rice and fish dish, distinct to the area and elaborated with nonias. I actually have to say I've never tried it, but now that I'm here, I will be, and I recommend if you visit that you do too. One of the wonderful things about La Manga del Menor is that you actually also have La Manga Golf Club, which is a well-established golf resort that has been here for approximately 50 years. This golf resort is like no other that I've actually seen here in Spain at the moment. One of the world's renowned best resorts that there is apparently in the region of Murcia. It offers 18 holes, 3 challenging golf courses and 52 communities of residences where you have beautiful, splendid streets with adorned and landscaped green trees, gardens and beautiful relaxation zones, all amongst this very picturesque setting of the golf course as well as La Manga del Mar Menor. So you get to see the sea from some of these beautiful houses. And what I have to say is that it's rather distinct. So you have individual communities, all offering different kinds of aesthetic and Mediterranean choices with the architectural design. You also have somewhere that is gated with beautiful people. I say beautiful people because you can see the people that work on this site are here tirelessly all day, making sure that the residents have an amazing living experience. And the amount of English speakers. You have facilities on site like banks, pharmacies, I don't even know how many tennis courts, a huge paddle court area that has been extensively made even more extensive. And I saw everything. Shops, boutiques, 28 restaurants, you name it. But what I just absolutely cannot deny as I'm walking around is just how impressive and how beautifully picturesque all of these houses individually are. But outside of and only accessed from La Manga Golf Club, you get to appreciate what feels like a beach and a shore directly designed just for you. This is La Cala del Barco, also known as the Boat's Cove. And as you can see, it is splendid. Beautiful Mediterranean sea, warm climate, gorgeous winds, and even a restaurant that's open during the year to serve beautiful Mediterranean food. Doesn't that feel like heaven? This is the Natural Reserve Park of Calblanque, a beautiful reserve and also overlooking the Mountain Cenizas, which is the mountain ranges also that overlook this national park. What people love about this area is it's unspoiled, it's also a nature reserve that is protected, and it hides some of the region's most beautiful beaches. This particular beach, obviously, as you can see, is quiet and frequented by tourists that are in the know. But it does take a little while to get here from the main road. We drove along terrain that seemed like, well, quiet, peaceful. We didn't really see anybody to get here. But it just goes to show what beautiful little gems you can find if you're willing to go off the beaten track. Anyway, I really hope that you enjoy this little whistle-stop tour around La Manga del Mar Menor, and no doubt we'll see you next time. Hasta pronto!